All right, Coach. Thursday here at practice. Tough day, though. You had to make some cuts. Just talk about the cuts that you had to make.
Well, the cuts are always difficult, especially, at the head coach position, because you have to talk with the guys and let them know that, unfortunately, they won't be here with us. And, these are the same guys that I called early in the year before the season even started to ask to come down and play for me and win ball games for me. And then just to let them know that, they can't be here, that's hard, because, all those guys are good guys, good character guys that I believe that can go somewhere else and help another team win. And who's to say that these guys probably won't be back sometime in the near future if we get an injury here or there, because I felt that these guys were good guys that can help me win. And if something happened on our team, if they're not picked up and we have a need at one of those positions, I may be calling one of those guys back.
Just tell me about the guys that you did cut, the actual names. They've all been released. Just who did you cut?
It's kind of difficult to remember all of them right now, but I cut John Green, Darren Marquez, Jacob Phillips, Rudy Odom, Derek Lewis. That was a tough cut. Aaron Chavis. I can't remember the whole list right now, but those are some of the names right off the top. But they all were tough, and I wish that I didn't have to make them. But unfortunately, this is a business. It's a business about winning football games and me making the best decision for this team at certain positions. And I had to make those decisions. And it's going to eat at me for a while, but we still have to move on. And for the guys that's here, we need to move forward and win some games.
You mentioned Derek Lewis. I think most people look at that and kind of bat a second eye and wonder why. Just talk about the Derek Lewis situation and him being cut.
That was the toughest cut to make, because I looked at him as being a leader. I looked at him as coming in here and catching touchdowns, being one of our marquee players. And it was unfortunate that we had an injury here and there with him that put him on the outside looking in. But I believe maybe we can revisit D-Lou coming back. I would hope so. But I understand his feelings about the situation. Him and I had a conversation early on the phone, and emotionally he's probably a little upset right now. And I don't blame him. I would be too in his shoes. But it's a decision that collectively as a group, the staff, we had to come up with. And I hate it, but it had to be done.
It sounds like the two areas on the team that had the most stockpile talent were the wide receivers and your defensive backs, where you had to make some serious tough decisions. Just talk about that, and if that statement's even true.
Well, yes. The wide receiver position was the toughest. Just to cut down, that was difficult. I thought that all the guys played well. They all made some good plays, and with the exception of D. Lewis being out there. But the guys who I had to let go, that wasn't easy at that position. At the defensive back position, I coached that position, and I thought that those guys all played great, during the practices, during the scrimmage that we had with Dallas, and including our inter-squad scrimmage. And, I kind of went with the experienced guys, or the guys that I was more comfortable with, only because we're going into week one with Tampa, and, Tampa's an experienced team. And, I at least want to have some guys out there that knows the little things about arena football that can help us win just as well. But at that position, it was tough. And, once again, it's going to be a rough night for me to sleep.
Last question, Coach. Just moving forward and looking ahead, Tampa Bay next Friday night. Just what's in store for the VooDoo and prepping for that game?
Well, we're going to watch a little game tape we're going to start watching game tape on Sunday with Tampa. Monday we'll get into our first day of practice for week one. We'll just move forward throughout the week, practicing, preparing, and hopefully we, as a coaching staff, put together a great game plan that would give us a victory come Friday night.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thanks a lot, man.